that I'm a very emotional person. While I left the booth, I actually made my first sale. Hi, I'm Elena and I run Little Lunar Co., which is a small business where I make Asian-scented candles and soaps. In this video, I'll be going over a recap of how my market went from the other week. I applied for a vendor's event for the beginning of October at a local mall, and it actually ended up going really well. The only thing is I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to because my camera broke before the event even started. So I have a little bit of footage from my camera, just prepping, getting ready for the market. In the end, the market actually went really well, but it was a roller coaster of emotions, which I can get into later. So first I'll show my footage that I have getting ready for the event, and after I can do a recap of how it went. On the day of the event, I woke up really early to get there first before anyone else could get the spot I wanted. And basically the layout of the mall is that there's an entryway from the parking lot, and also it meets this path where the pedestrians come in from the actual mall itself. And there's really good traffic at that corner. And that corner also happens to have this boutique candle store and also Bath and Body Works. So there's a lot of people that are interested in candles coming in this area. So I wanted that spot. I was able to get there early enough to get the spot that I wanted, but I didn't anticipate that the spot had flowers next to it, and there was a lot of bees that started coming out and being attracted to my products. I'm assuming it's because of the colors, which are bright colors on my products, and also the sweet scents. So I had to adjust with that. I tried wiping down my products to try to prevent that as much as possible, but there was still a little bit of that happening throughout the day. So that was a little stressful. It was also stressful because my camera broke before the event started and I didn't know if it was the lens or the body, and of course the body would have been much more expensive to replace. So I just had to put that in the back of my mind and not worry about that for the rest of the day. I got there pretty early, and then I introduced myself to someone else at the event. So it was the one couple that got there earlier than me that was in my area that I was vending at. And I introduced myself and introduced my boyfriend too, since he was helping me for the event. So the couple I met was really nice, and they ended up buying something from my booth, and we also bought something from their booth. And we were just basically chatting before the event about how it's both of our first times vending, and yeah, just excited for the event to start and seeing how it goes. There's another person I met at the event who also showed up there really early. She started her own clothing company, and her parents were there to support her and help her set up. Her parents were super sweet too, because they ended up helping me out a little bit when I was trying to put up my tent, and that was the first time putting up a tent. I had my boyfriend with me, and of course he helped set up, but the 4 legs of the tent were just hard to maneuver, so we needed more people to help us. I don't know how someone would have set it up by themselves. It was really nice feeling not alone and meeting other people that are trying to do the exact same thing as me. So after the stress from the morning, but also the happiness and excitement meeting other people like me who are vending there for the first time, I then was able to have some time to sit down after I set up and get ready a little bit more to change and put on my makeup. It was approaching the time where the event was starting to start, so there were people trickling in, and some people were stopping by or just walking by, and then it set in how anxious I was about even making a sale at this market, and second guessing things that were going on and what I chose for the event. In terms of my setup and the layout of my table and everything, I'll be candid that I'm a very emotional person. After everything settled down and I dealt with the stress of the morning already during setup, I sat down and all the emotions kind of hit me at once. My thoughts and self-doubt creeped in, and asking myself if I was even going to make a sale. I was second guessing a lot of my decisions. At the time, my boyfriend and I had a little disagreement about this little part of my booth, and that really made me question everything. I got really emotional and I had to step away from the booth, and I'll be real that I had cried, and that was why I left the booth. And while I left the booth, I actually made my first sale, so I went through all those emotions and was upset about nothing. I wish I could have met my first customers, but my boyfriend did handle it really well when I stepped away from my booth, and I really applaud him for being there that day and being able to support me. For the rest of the event, it went really well, and my mood went up from there. I started chatting with other people that came to my booth. Not everyone necessarily bought something, but I think it was just really nice to just talk to people and just vibe, which was one of my goals for the event, was vibe with the nice weather and enjoying that while it lasted in Chicago. There were nice ladies that stopped by my booth to just chat, and we're both learning more about each other. There were other people passing by, which were older men, which aren't my target customers, but they stopped by to chat too and just learn more about how my partner and I met and our story. I ended up having a really good time. I told a few friends and family about the event, and also I posted it on my Instagram story in case anyone could come by last minute. So my friends were able to stop by, and also my brother and his wife and my niece were able to stop by as well, and it was really nice that they came out all the way there to support me, since it was a little bit of a drive for them. For my first event, I got really inspired too by Annika's Leaf, which is another YouTube channel and creator, and she created cookies to go with her bakery theme for her vendor's booth. So I had free cookies and a wheel for people to spin to win the free cookie or a free product sample or even a free earring. And it was just a really nice way to get people to stop by the booth and also just break the ice and be able to talk about my products more naturally. A recap for my sales that day was, for total sales, I made $332.94. In gross sales, I made $313 after deducting this return I had, which was me just making a mistake and bringing up the wrong item. So I had to refund that and then bring up the correct item. My net sales for the day was $301.95. My taxes were quite high because I live in Chicago and the surrounding area also have similar taxes as well. So that was $30.99. For my payments, about a third was in cash, so it was really good to have a cash box for this event, and I would have missed out on $90 if I didn't have cash that I accepted. Card was the main 2/3 of the transactions. I would have had to pay $8.33 to Square, but they had a promotion where they waived the fees for the first month or so, so that was really nice. However, I did pay Etsy fees, so each item that I sold, I paid 20 cents in Etsy fees because I wanted to bring up my Etsy sales. So it was also really nice that the Etsy could connect to Square and it automatically tracked my inventory throughout the event, so I didn't have to do that manually, and I just needed to update my website afterwards. Square has this feature where they also show the top items that you sold, which is really cool to look at and know for the future. My top 2 items was the Thai iced tea candle and the strawberry mochi whipped soap. I was surprised that these were the top items since I thought the Thai tea went better as a soap, and it seemed like a cleaner scent to me and calming scent, so I thought people would like that as a soap, but it seemed to be that people liked it more in a candle. And the berry scents for the fall and winter time do not seem like the move. There were not very many sales in the strawberry mochi or the berry brew candle sales. I was also very surprised by how many people already bought the Christmas candles, since I wasn't expecting anyone to really buy those yet, but there's one lady that bought a full size, and so that was good to know that people are interested in buying Christmas themed products even as early as October in person. During the event, I was just really surprised that a lot of non-Asian people know about specific niche Asian scents now, like ube, and that's really exciting to me since it seems like there's a bigger demand and market for this, and I'm able to share more products with more people and more people can enjoy my products. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you learn more about the good, bad, and the ugly that can happen when you run your vendor's booth, and I'll catch you in the next video.